Hey guys, I'm back, ready to review the greatest anime series of all time. Actually, let me rephrase that. The only thing better than this is the prequel Naruto. But I'm gonna count both animes together. Listen. And I know most of y'all are gonna hate the fact that other mangas don't even touch Boruto 2 Blue Vortex right now. The excitement, the hype, the love is unmatched. Nothing makes me happier than this time of the month for Kishimoto and Ikimoto bless us with another chapter. All I fear is pure excitement like I just popped 2 Celsius and a Zen. As much as I love Sarada, I really do. No power was gonna save her from this kind of violence. Damon is an A1 demon. I feel like sometimes as fans, we think that just because someone is our favorite character, the plot will always save them. This time skip is giving the vibe that no one is safe, and I like it that way. Some of y'all were talking about she's going to Genjutsu her way out of this. Please tell me the last time Genjutsu has been relevant in this story. But that's honestly kind of funny because I have been asking for the revival of Genjutsus, but people have gotten so powerful that nothing like that would work unless Kishimoto would have it. And if he did want to bring back Genjutsus, Sarada Uchiha would be the perfect candidate to lead that charge. However, this is not a scenario where that could work. Not against an Ada who can alter reality and see the past, present, and future. Not even Shisui could do something against her, and he broke almost all plot lines. Now let's talk about the meats and potatoes of this chapter. We learned that Sarada and Class Prep are immune to Ada's omnipotence because it goes against her wishes to have some authentic friends. Unconsciously. And her saying that if she were to be defeated, she would gladly accept going down to the likes of her besties. And she gives them one big hug, and Damon just smiles in the background. He was just itching to kill them bad, but he got it together for the sake of his sister. And that's pretty much the end of that. So let's go on to the next convo between Boruto, Inojin, Shikamaru, and Kashin Kojin. This is a nice little alliance. I like this. I'm all for the Konoha resistance team. They're acting like B613 right now, and if you know, you know. We then learned that Mamushi has the ability of diversion that is similar to Shadow Clone no Jutsu, except each of them is the real him. And he can make an unlimited amount, which is crazy because that means every version is just as strong. They can all take punches and would just take as much energy to kill him as the others. Unlike shadow clones where once they're hit, they pretty much disappear. However, Mamushi's only drawback is the fact that if he makes too many clones, there's a significant drop off in intelligence. Also, his senses dull and his behavior becomes simpler. Lastly, in order to defeat him, you must destroy both of his eyes. But as you destroy each clone, the remaining ones improve in senses and intelligence. Realistically, you want to keep them around 20 to 30, but here's their saving grace. This man Jura apparently chills inside of Konoha, and the fact that he's just in your hood and there's nothing you can do about it is crazy. That's how you know this man is broken as hell. Engaging him isn't even worth it unless you're Kawaki and Boruto, and that's even if they're together. But back to the story, Jura frowns upon disorder, so Mamushi knows not to start running amok inside of Konoha. So that is their biggest advantage. However, what if Jura comes across Mamushi fighting someone? What will he do? He's not stupid, and I'm sure he's gonna send someone fighting even if Mamushi were to conceal his chakra. Also, Inojin is given notice that he needs to master a new jutsu because it would be the key to defeating Mamushi. And this is kind of funny because this was the jutsu he would have created to avenge Himura's death. And that's crazy. Dropped an absolute bombshell on us. That was one of the possibilities he saw happening, and that just goes to show you that no one in this time skip is safe. Also, Mamushi is coming next week, so he needs to learn his jutsu in 2 days max because we don't have time to diddy-daddle around. Which will be possible due to Koji's ability to speed up his training process. I never realized Inoji's nasty bowl cut. It looks weird. I don't really like it, but I'm not going to say too much because I don't want to be deemed as a hater. I want him to have free will. But that's a crazy use of free will. And look at Amado and Kawaki spying on Jura, watching his every move. So we learned that his little divine tree is also a shield and heals wounds, making it damn near impossible to kill him. Kawaki asks for more power, but Amado says you can't take him down. And nonetheless, Kawaki continues to bully Amado. This is like his 7th time being choked since he's entered Konoha. I'm starting to think he likes it at this point. Absolutely crazy. But Kawaki says, if you want me to help with your daughter, the excuses better stop. Not caring if he pushes past his no limit. Get it? Alright, I'll stop right there. Story then shifts over to Lord Kubo questioning Konohamaru. This is kind of crazy, I'm not gonna lie. We have never seen the daimyo this involved in village affairs. Not this up close. You always see it from afar and always hear about it, but this right here is good because after a couple of minutes, Lord Kubo suspects that Konohamaru is an airhead and doesn't have the characteristics of a mole. And let's applaud him right here because this is actually very spot on. And Shikamaru has finally told Konohamaru the truth, and boy was this a gamble. His face couldn't hide the expression of the news because everything was starting to make sense as to why Boruto was helping them in Suna. And I love the subtlety in the panel shifting over to Sai, and you can see he's peeping something. His husband's senses are pulsing because he can feel when someone is speaking to his girl telepathically. And he's a very intelligent man, and he's definitely onto them. Sumire escapes from Ada while she won't let Sarada leave because she needs more friendship time. But on her way to the lab, Boruto is waiting for her. He needs her to fix Sasuke's sword that chipped in the battle against Jura. He gives her a scroll filled with technology that doesn't even exist in this world. I swear, Koji's preaching's ability is on another planet. Quite literally a cheat code. She says okay and she will get on it and reminds her to call her Sumire instead of class prep. Alright class prep, get into your bag. She confuses Boruto a little just to get him intrigued in her. Good job, Sumire. Playing your cards right so that you can get the #1 spot. You know his dad has an affinity for purple head, so I see what's going on. And the chapter ends with Mamushi and the diversions all on top of Konoha's gates. This shit is about to get spooky.